Let's start our debate with our expert panel. Half for the prosecution, half for the defense. The question, is Jodi Arias winning this battle of wits on the stand? Will she convince the jury she killed in self-defense? Or will the prosecution prove she's a pathological liar who slaughtered Travis in revenge for refusing to consider her as a serious life partner? Who is winning? We begin with former prosecutor Fred Teesey.
Screaming at me. Those words are going to bury her. Her memory was horrible. I thought the cross-examination scored a lot of points. And as far as I'm concerned, the only thing she's earning for herself at this point is a blindfold and a cigarette.
Anahita Sedigatvar for the defense.
I think it was another great day for the defense yesterday. Clearly, she was well prepared. She was methodical in her responses. And Jane, there were a couple of times when she tripped up the prosecutor. And I think the prosecutor, yes, he's a skilled attorney. He's a great trial attorney, but he is being way too aggressive out of the gate. And he runs a serious risk of alienating those jurors. And this could end up backfiring on him. So I think he needs to seriously consider taking a step back on Monday and not attacking
All right, John Lieberman.
Witness.
First of all, the jury got to see how assertive Jodi can be, that she's not some cowering, battered woman, which I think was part of Mr. Martinez's plan with being so aggressive. But let's not forget the facts that continue to come out, the lies. Mr. Martinez is doing one thing, and that is continuing to bring out lies about the finger, for example. He pointed out that now she has 2 to 3 different stories about how her finger was hurt, just like she had 3 different stories about the murder. And one thing quickly, Jane, she's admitted to the killing. She's admitted to getting rid of the gun. She's admitted now, or he's trying to get her to admit to witness tampering. There's not much else she can admit to.
Reenie Sandler.
Round 1, Arias. She won the first round against this prosecutor. The prosecutor took the bait. He went for the minutia rather than big points in terms of lying to the police, things that would really score points with that jury. He took the bait. Jodi Arias wins the first round.
One of the most heated exchanges between Jodi and prosecutor Juan Martinez was all about kinky sex with candy. Who knew? But seriously, prosecutor Juan Martinez and Jodi spent several minutes sparring over Pop Rocks and Tootsie Pops. Yes, apparently they're used as sex toys. You do the math. Juan demanded to know whether Jodi had a good time during her candy-coated sex games with Travis. Listen.
You enjoyed the Tootsie Pops and the Pop Rocks, correct?
I enjoyed his attention.
No, I want to know if you enjoyed the Tootsie Pops and the Pop Rocks. In your view, you can go through an act and not enjoy it, but also enjoy it. What are you trying to say?
Am I allowed to tell you what I'm trying to say?
I want to know whether or not you enjoyed it. This encounter that we've been calling Lonnie's baptism, there were some Pop Rocks and Tootsie Pops that were involved, right?
No, Lonnie's baptism did not involve Tootsie Pops and Pop Rocks.
I will say sometimes I lost track of the point because of the unintentional hilarity of the sparring. Was this the best way to try to make the point that Jodi enjoyed her sex games with Travis and only painted them as degrading, humiliating, and abusive when she was accused of murder and needed something to hang her self-defense claim on? And we'll start with Anahita on that.
Well, I mean, you heard the sex tape, didn't you? How can anyone argue that telling your girlfriend that she sounds like a 12-year-old girl having an orgasm and that's hot, and that he fantasizes about tying her up to a tree and having anal sex with her, and that he wants her to feel raped and enjoy it? How can anyone argue that that is not sexual domination? Her argument here is self-defense. She's arguing she was sexually abused, sexually degraded. This ties into her argument that she was a victim, a battered woman.